upright, and let's switch sides. So left arm reaches high to the ceiling. Add a circle out that wrist. Spread the fingers. And then using your exhale, thread that arm under, shoulder side of the head coming down. Again, consider where the knees are in relation to the shoulders. That right arm is going to walk its way up to the top of the mat. Let that feel good through the upper back region. Breathing in. Breathing out. And let's go to bring that right hand back to tabletop, and we reset one big cat-cow pose. Welcome in, Carol. We're going to find that cow pose. Let it feel so good. Open through chest. And one for cat, taking that the opposite direction. Perfect. All right, yogis, let's move on. From tabletop, neutral spine, curl the toes under. And we're going to light up the quads and the core here. So I want you to go ahead and pick up the knees. And we're working to get the shins parallel to the mat. So you're going to feel heat through the quads, through the belly. Imagine pushing the mat away from you, pushing the floor away from you. Take a strong breath in, a strong breath out. As you exhale, straighten the legs, and let's go to our first down dog of class. I'm going to give you 30 seconds just to try it on for size, right? So maybe you pedal the feet, maybe you bend the knees, nod the head, shake it side to side, hone in on the shoulders, the chest. We'll take one breath in, settle into your downward facing dog. Continuing on through the legs, reaching that right leg first to the ceiling, squaring the hips. As you bend the knee, flex the foot, and begin to peel that right hip over top of the left. If it's there for you, you can always do the same thing in tabletop, so bringing that left knee to the mat. Let that hip open. Maybe you circle out that ankle. Take a breath in. And as you square the hips, pull the toes down to face forward. Right knee, right foot steps up towards the top edge of your mat. Let's lower the back knee and stretch through that hip flexor. Sending all our air, sending all that oxygen down into that left hip flexor. Let it feel good. Perfect. Now the right foot is going to step back to down dog. So as you curl the toes under, lift that knee. Right foot steps back to plank. We press to downward facing dog. Other leg, other side. Inhaling the left leg, reach it up. Bending the knee, flexing the foot. Allow that left hip to stack over the right. Option to always take this down on your knee if that's better for you. Let this feel good for the hip. And then as you square the hip and the knee, go ahead and step that left foot forward, low lunge. The back knee comes to the mat, untuck the toes, stretching through the hip flexor. Awesome. One more breath in. We're going to make our way to the back of the mat. So curling the left toes under, lift that knee. Left foot steps to plank. Hinge the hips, hands walk all the way to the toes. Let's grab elbows in your ragdoll. Letting the head feel heavy, stretching the hamstrings. Nice job, everybody. Soften the knees, lift the chin, root and rise, send the arms all the way to standing. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. All right, now comes our first HIIT sequence. I have 2 exercises for us, and we're going to run through each one at 30 seconds. First one, level 1, squats. Level 2, squat jacks. Pick your option. The second movement, we're going to go through a curtsy lunge sequence. Right foot steps behind at about a 45-degree angle, staying low and keeping that chest high. 3 rounds, back to back, 30 seconds apiece. Stay with me, modify anything you need to. We're starting our timer in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So level 1, you're here with squats. I want you in control, and I want you using the breath. Level 2, we're gonna bump you up to squat jacks, in and out. So we only have 3 rounds of this. I want you to push that heart rate a little bit And then we get to come back to our yoga sequence. Do your best. Welcome, Joy. Come on. We're pushing. Let's switch in 3, 2, curtsy lunge. Number 2. Keep the toes, keep the knees facing forward. Keep the chest high, and I want you to reach that back leg at about a 45-degree angle. So hip points. We're still facing forward. Almost there. Now without any breaks, we're running back to the top. Level 1 in squats, level 2 squat jacks. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Level 2. Core's engaged. And we're thinking of being really light on the toes, right? Quiet feet, quiet jumps. Halfway through. Do your best. Getting ready for your curtsies in 3, 2, and that's 1. Good, step behind. Back at a 45, come on. Can you come lower? Yes, you can, stay low. We're already in to that 3rd round. We're gonna take you back to the top with your squat jacks, finishing strong with your curtsies. How's your breathing? We're pushing. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2. Top of the 3rd. Let's go. In and out. Level 1. I see you. Level 2. Jacks. Going big for legs. Halfway through. Come on. We're finishing with your curtsies. Breathe in steady. Last 3, 2, curtsy lunge. Let's go. All right, bottom of the 3rd. Now when I stop that timer, I want you to find mountain pose Tadasana. Before you grab water, before you towel off, I encourage you to just be with the breath. Stay low. We have 5, 4, come on, 3, 2, and 1. Pause in mountain. Close the eyes, come within. Be with the heart rate. Be with the breath. Be with the sweat, the buildup. Take one more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Go ahead and blink open the eyes. And now, grab some water, grab a towel, meet me in down dog. All right, everybody, you made it through your first HIIT sequence. Take all the time you need. Join me back in your downward facing dog. We are warm and we are ready to flow into our 2nd round. Let's take one more breath in and one more breath out. Perfect. Sending that right leg once again to the ceiling, reach it high. As you step up, bringing that right foot to your right thumb. Pause to get there. Back heel pivots to 45. Let's send the arms to the ceiling and find that first warrior 1. Warrior poses are here to teach us strength, right, and confidence. So I want you to be as active as you can through the feet, through the hamstring and quadricep. Think about pulling that right hip back and really being active in the arms, shoulders, all the way out the fingertips. Perfect. Now we're gonna keep our warrior 1. Go ahead and bring the hands down behind the back, interlacing fingers. And I want you to think about dropping the shoulders from the ears. So taking you through this chest opener, if grabbing the hands is not there for you, maybe you grab forearms. Feeling a lot of openness through the throat, through the shoulders and chest. We're gonna keep this for another breath in and another breath out. Perfect. Staying strong in the lunge. Now taking you from chest to back, let's reach the arms out in front of us. Option to interlace the fingers and cave in the chest here. So we're thinking about separating shoulder blades, opening up through the upper back. sending all that air, sending that oxygen to the back region. That's the movement, or that's the area of the body that we are stretching. So let's send more air there. Beautiful. Inhale, reach those arms back up, find that warrior one. Exhale, the hands come all the way down to frame that right foot. Perfect. Pivot that back heel, step to a high plank and pause. Active through the quads, the core, the glutes. Let's push forward on the tiptoes. Option to lower the knees, but bring your body all the way down, chaturanga. Cobra if it's there for you, upward facing dog. And then from tabletop, we press to down dog. Take a cleansing breath in and a cleansing breath out. Great work. All right, you got 2 legs. So let's switch to the other side. Inhale that left leg. Good. Exhale, sweep it up. Assist your leg there. We're going to spin that back heel to 45. Inhale, reach. Warrior one. So settle into the pose first before we add anything with the upper body. What are the legs doing? What is the core doing? We're going to take a deep inhale. As you start to bring the hands down behind the back, see if you can interlace fingers, but now the opposite thumb sits on top. And it'll probably feel like you're holding someone else's hand. Keep the shoulders pulled back. Keep that chest open. We're proud in the pose. Relaxing through the jawline, the face. Perfect. And then from chest, let's open up through the back. So arms sweep around. Once again, opposite thumb on top, cave in the chest. Try to pull the shoulder blades apart. Keeping that breath as steady as we can. I know some of us are like, oh my gosh, my heart rate has not come down. Do your best. Do your best. We're here for one more. Perfect. Exhale, reach those arms up. And then bring the palms down to frame that left foot. We're going to step to that high plank and then flow through chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Gorgeous. Downward facing dog. All right, my yogis, take the hands all the way to the toes. You're at the back of the mat. We'll stay for a breath. Grab elbows. Once again, stretch the hamstrings. Already making it through to our second HIIT sequence. I'll take one more breath in, one more breath out. Root and rise, lift the chin, sweep the hands all the way up, and release. All right, second HIIT sequence. Are you ready? Yes, you are. First movement, RDL to a reverse lunge. Head in the hands, hinging at the hips, push them back, keeping knees tracking over ankles. On your exhale, we stand up tall. We take a lunge to the right and a lunge to the left. If the knees are not in your best interest, it's not in your best interest to lunge, you can also give me a back tap. That's fine with me. Move number 2, down to the mat. Level 1, knee pulls. Level 2, mountain climbers. Pick your poison, do your best. That's all I ask. 30 seconds starts now. Head in the hands. Core is in tight, RDL. Come to standing. Reverse lunge. Hit both before doing another RDL. Hamstring, glutes, core. Think about pulling the body back to try to hit those 90-degree angles. Love it. Strong through the legs. We're getting ready to come down to the mat for that plank sequence. Stay with me. 3, 2, and that's 1. Bringing it down. So let's find plank. Level 1, stay put. Level 2, maybe you add some knees. Level 3, you know where it's at. Come on, sprint it out. Lock in the shoulders. Keep the biceps facing forward and spread all 10 fingers wide. Woo. Looking down at the fingers, not the toes. Come on, everybody. We're getting ready to come back up on the feet. In 3, 2, that's 1. Feet to the top of the mat, stand tall. Head in the hands, top of the second, RDL. Beautiful, reverse lunge. Hit each leg before going back. Hamstrings. We're moving, we're moving. Giving you some for legs and some for arms. Bottom of the second, you ready? 3, 2, that's 1, bring it down. Starting in that plank, and then you choose where you need to be. Maybe walking you through some knee pulls, or maybe we run it out. Try to build up the heart rate on these, so by the time we come back to yoga, we are feeling good. We only have one more set, everybody. You can do it. Stay with me. Moving in 3, 2, awesome. Feet to the top. Root and rise. Do it again. RDL. Stand tall. Reverse lunge. Hit each. RDL. Are you breathing? Love it, love it. We are coming up on the bottom of the third. Core strength. Here's 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. All right, last round of these. Get to that plank. Level 1 knee pulls. Level 2, sprint it out. Once I stop that timer, I encourage you, we're all gonna come to child's pose. Before you towel off, before you grab water, pause with the breath and just be. 10 to go. You can do it, you can do it. Push the timer. Count down in 3, 2, and 1. Take the knees to the mat, let the toes touch, taking child's pose. Just breathe. Feel the heart rate. Feel the heartbeats in the chest. Feel the muscles and every part that we just asked our body to use. Gratitude towards what we've accomplished thus far. Take one more cleansing breath in, cleansing breath out, and we meet in tabletop. By all means, sip of water, towel off, do what you need to do. We're gonna find our down dog. Second HIIT sequence, we made it there. Let's come back to our flow. Now we're warm, we're pushing, and we're using our breath to guide us. All right, one more breath in, everybody. One more breath out. Right leg is gonna sweep up to the ceiling. Let's step it up towards that right foot to that right thumb. Pausing in that low lunge, pull the shoulders from the ears. Good. This time, back heel spins to 90. As you work to cartwheel the arms open, let's find that warrior 2. Super active through the legs here. Working to get that femur parallel to the mat and keeping that right knee tracking over the ankle. As you peer down that right hand, notice where the shoulders sit. Beautiful. Finding your side angle pose. That right forearm comes down to the thigh, reaching that left arm up and over. Can you continue to keep the integrity of the lunge? Can you pull that shoulder from the ear? Staying for one more breath. Using the exhale, let's go back into that reverse warrior. So left hand to the thigh, right arm to the ceiling. Be mindful, let's keep that lunge. Don't let the right knee come with you. Left hand simply rests on the back edge of that leg. Strong belly breathing. Take one breath in. With your exhale, cartwheel the hands to the top of the mat. Let that back heel pivot. As you plant the palms, sweep that right leg into your high plank. Now the rest is yours. If your vinyasa is on the knees, fine by me. Let's go all the way to the belly. Pull the mat back to you. Cobra. Up dog. Core is engaged over the tiptoes. Do your best. Settle into that down dog. Take a deep breath and release. Left leg. Inhaling, step up. Perfect. Back heel pivots to 90. Cartwheel the arms open, and we settle in to our lunge on this side. So strong, so strong. Peer down that left hand, peer down that left arm. In our lunges, in our warrior sequences, I want you to think about the legs pulling together. We meet in the middle, we squeeze through the pelvic floor. Finding that side angle pose. Left forearm to the thigh, reach that right arm towards the ceiling. Continue to keep that nice strong lunge and work to roll the right side of the body back. Working up that sweat. Take a breath in. Beautiful. As you start to reverse your warrior, left arm goes to the ceiling. Consider that right hand isn't adding much, right? Just a little bit of support. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. The hands cartwheel all the way to the top of the mat. Pivot that back foot and begin to sweep that left leg to your plank. The rest is yours. Follow me through chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale to down dog and breathe. Well done. All right, yogis. From our down dog, go ahead and look to the thumbs. We're gonna walk our way to the very top of the mat. When you get there, toes together to touch. Utkatasana, let's find our chair pose. One chair today, I promise, just one. Think about lengthening through the lower body, through the tailbone. Externally rotating shoulders, so we are super open through the chest. And finding the depth of that squat. We're hugging belly button to the spine and reaching those arms. See if you can reach them in line with the ears. Perfect. Letting that breath cycle in and out. Staying super strong in that chair pose. Give me another 5. That's 4, 3, 2. On your exhalation, come all the way to standing Tadasana, mountain pose. Perfect. Reaching the arms back up to the ceiling. Let's go ahead and press the palms together, lighting up the shoulders. Maybe lifting the chin. You can take that to a gentle back bend if that feels good for you. Perfect. And then finding mountain pose once again. Taking a pause, we are here in our next HIIT sequence. So let's get to it. Your first movement is our triple extension. This is a neat one. Your feet actually don't leave the floor, but it should feel like a jump. I want you to think about that same hinge pattern that we just did with your RDL. Adding arms, we swing them back to the hips. On your exhale, we come up on the tiptoes, not your jump. Hinge back, stick. Hinge back, stick. Now, by all means, if you want to take that to a vertical jump, go for it. Move number 2, bring it to the mat. In that high plank, toe taps, side to side. So we will be back and forth between these two, 30 seconds apiece for 3 rounds. Let's get to it. 3, 2, 1. Meet me here. Triple extension. I want you to think about speed and power, but as you come up high on the tiptoes, see if you can grip the mat and stick your landing. This is a great way to modify a vertical jump, but of course, if jumping is in your workout, add it in. We're bringing it to the mat in 3, 2, take it down to that high plank. Here we go. So level 1, practice your plank, right? Nothing wrong with a good old-fashioned plank. Level 2, let's take it up, toe taps. You're in charge of your body, your breath, and your movement halfway through. Make sure the chin is up. We're watching fingers, not the toes. Doing your best. Getting to the top of the second. Ready? Here's 3 and 2. Very good. Step it up. Deep breath in. Go right into it. Hinge back, swing it up. When you get to the top of that extension, can you pause for a beat and then go back into it? Pause and then go back. Back to plank. Give me 3, 2, 1. Get to the mat. Shoulders over wrists. Bottom of the second. Do your best. We're feeling that heartbeat. Find your rhythm. Can you plug the knuckles down into the mat? Think like gripping the mat, just like a tiger would. Going back to the top. Number 3. In 3, 2, here we go. Feet up, chest up. Right into it. Swing. Tuck the chin. Right? If you're looking ahead of you, look with your eyes, not the head. Bottom of the third. Let's get to the mat. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Hands down, feet back. Third time's the charm. Come on. Last one. Just like before. When I stop the timer, see if you can take your pause in child's pose. Teach your body to be comfortable, to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. You can do it. 10 seconds. Pump in through 5, 4, steady 3. That's 2. Knees wide, toes together to tap. Release. Just breathe. Take your pause. Find your breath. Create space in the rib cage. Take one more breath in and one more breath out. Beautiful work, everybody. Grab some water, towel off. We are gonna make our way down to the belly. So when you're ready, meet me on the stomach. Finding that low cobra to start. Let's pull the hands back behind the shoulders. Walk the legs a little bit closer together. We've done a decent amount for the hamstrings, the glutes. Let's get the upper back a little bit. So I want you to think about squeezing elbows in towards each other. We have the hands there to help us, but we're using the back muscles to keep us in this position. Good. Level 1, stay here. Level 2, as you press down through the hip bones, go ahead and start to lift the legs. Working to squeeze the inner thighs together, maybe letting the tippy toes tap. Option to take away the arms. We'll reach back into airplane, palms face down. Continuing to let that belly breathe. Think about filling up the back of the lungs. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, that's 2, and 1. Well done. Lower the legs, hands sweep back, low cobra. Pressing down through the tops of the feet, high cobra or up dog. And then let's go ahead and go over the tiptoes, downward facing dog. Push the hips back. Cleansing breath in and a cleansing breath out. Sweeping that right leg first to the ceiling. Go ahead and step up towards that right thumb. The left leg will follow. Root and rise, find mountain pose. All right, let's add a tree. We'll get some balance work today. So keeping the right leg on the mat, go ahead and start with reaching the arms up to the ceiling. For more support, by all means, take them wide. Left leg is going to come up, single leg mountain. As you open that hip, let's start to climb that inner thigh, taking left foot towards the inside edge of that right leg. Rooting down through that right foot, growing taller through the crown of the head, through the hands. Continue to cycle in and out of that breath. Can you hug the shoulders? Beautiful. Last 5. Pulling the palms right through to heart center. And then go ahead and release that left leg. Shake it out. And we'll switch to the other side. Great job. All right. Left leg is our tree trunk. Sweep the arms up to the ceiling. Let's go ahead and stand on the left foot. So single leg mountain. Right leg comes into that 90-degree angle. Starting to open that right hip. And then maybe using the hand to assist the leg there. You always have the option to take that leg a little lower. Maybe you find your kickstand. You continue to work on the integrity of the pose. Strong through the glutes, right? All the little pieces in the feet, all the little muscles going down that left leg, working so hard to hold you in this position. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Pull the palms straight through to heart center. Let that leg release and shake it out. Great job. All right, feet under the hip points. Let's take our last flow to down dog. Inhale the arms. Exhale, swan dive down. Half lift on your breath in. Good. High plank on your breath out. Option, lowering the knees, flow through. As you pull the mat back, find the back bend that works best for you. And we meet in our downward facing dog. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. All right. Transitioning yogis, let's go ahead and lower to the knees. And as you swing the legs around, we are going to begin to work into some core, abs and core today. So our very first option, our very first movement, we're working through a slow Russian twist. I actually really like this one because it teaches us to keep the feet planted. So peeking down, finding what would be your boat pose. Arms are going to reach out in front of you, and I want you to think about taking each arm across the body, right to left. So we keep that boat pose, we keep that core nice and tight, and our focus is on pulling that elbow back towards the mat. Your second one, we're gonna go ahead and come all the way down to the back, legs to the ceiling, scissor kicks. Option, maybe bending the knees. If you're in a body that has lower back pain, this is probably gonna be best for you. So these two, let's do our best. 30 seconds of our core work. Have a seat, start with the hands in nice and close, shift back into that boat pose. Timer starts in 3, 2, here we go, side to side. So we want to work to keep the lower body right where it is. Think about twisting from the rib cage on up. Think about drawing that bow and arrow, drawing that elbow back, and feeling this movement through the upper abdominals, through the obliques, and of course, low core. We don't have to go fast to get a complete and solid ab workout. We're going all the way to the mat. Here's 3 and 2 on your back. All right, stepping up, level 1. Keep the knees bent, one at a time down in your scissor kicks. Level 2, let's work to straighten the legs and take that up a notch a little bit faster. We're working to plug the shoulders and the palms, keep them down into the mat. Low belly, you can do it. Now there's a sneaky sit-up in here, in between sets. So let's get to the top of the second in 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go. Find your first position, shift the hips back, go right into it. Draw that elbow, pull it back. Like you're drawing a bow and arrow. Can you keep the feet planted from heel to toes? Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We're going to our back in 3, 2, that's 1. Bottom of the second. Let's go. Love me some ab work. You can do it. Hollow out that belly. Consider your range of motion, right? And if my range of motion is too big, rein it in. If my range of motion is too small, level up. In 5, 4, 3, 2, cross your ankles, roll your body up, and let's get to that last round. Shift your hips back, shift your torso back, and go for 30. Side to side, come on, you can do it. We finished strong through our ab sequence, and the rest is yours. We're gonna finish our flow, finish our deep stretches, and call it a day. You can do it. Side to side, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, take it to the back. Let's get our scissors. Legs up, your final round of 30. When I stop the timer, you're pausing with the palms at the belly, Supta Baddha Konasana, butterfly legs. Staying strong through these last 10, come on. Continuing to breathe, here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Bring both palms to the belly, let the knees fall open, release. Pause with your breath. Let it rise and fall. Take one last breath in. Perfect. One deep exhale. And let's go ahead and bring the knees closer together, one at a time, pulling them into the chest. All right, yogis, you made it to the back. Thank goodness. From here on out, we have some deep stretching. Let's take some sacrum circles. So choosing maybe 5 to 6 each direction. Let that feel really good on the lower back. You might take the head side to side, stretching through the neck, especially if you held any tension in the planks or that Russian twist. All right, keeping the right leg into your chest. Let's give that leg a nice big squeeze. Let that feel good through the glute lower back. Circling out that ankle, going both directions. We've put in the work. We've done the hard stuff. Now, even more so, I encourage you to listen to your body. Listen to each stretch and how the breath feels throughout. Single leg happy babies. As that right leg stays in, we're gonna grab either behind the thigh or the outside edge of that foot. Drawing knee to shoulder. And as you peek down, I want you to make sure that that left foot is in a straight line from that hip point. The left hand can fall open into a T or cactus, but our goal here is to experience the hip opener and really work to pull the shoulder blades down into the mat. This is the good stuff. From here on out, you can smile, you can breathe steady, no more cardio. Just some good solid stretching. Let's feel the breath. Take a deep inhale. Awesome. Deep exhale. Bring that right leg center. We're going to go for that supine twist. So as you tuck that left hip under, go ahead and reach the right leg across. Right arm is going to reach out behind you, or cactus if that's better. That left palm can add a little bit of pressure to the thigh. I always like to do this. It adds just the amount of pressure that our bodies need. Turning head and neck, as long as that feels good. Staying for about 30 seconds. Every breath longer that we stay, we improve our flexibility, increase our mobility. All in all, we feel better. Take 3 more and think about really filling the right side of the body. Exaggerating that right lung, filling the right side of the rib cage. With that last one, meet me again on your back. So right leg comes back in and we exchange right for left. Starting that single leg happy babies pose, either grabbing the back of that thigh or maybe hand to the outside edge of that left foot. Think of drawing knee to shoulder and taking that right arm out beside you to counterbalance. Peek to make sure that right foot is where it needs to be, and we hold in the stretch. Paying attention to if one side of the body feels different from the other. You will inevitably probably always have a tighter side, and that's normal. That's why we practice yoga. Perfect. Give it another 2 to 3. By all means, longer if you'd like. And then as you start to bring that left knee into the chest, let's take it across the body. Making sure, try tucking that right hip under to get the best twist we can. The right hand can rest on top and that left arm is gonna reach up, back, and behind. Turning the head and neck, looking towards that left palm. And now we are sending that air, sending that breath into the left side of the rib cage. Some strong belly breaths, trying to stretch through the intercostal muscles, those little itty bitty muscles that straddle and that sit between the ribs. Perfect. Take 1 to 2 more breaths in. And as you start to work your way back around, we'll take our full happy babies pose, because we need it. So hands can either come to the back of the thighs, if that's better for you, or grabbing the bottoms of the feet, work the knees to the shoulders. We're gonna find a lot of length through the tailbone region. You might take the head and neck side to side, see how that feels. Our last few breaths. Taking the hip opener, finding a lot of space through the hip region. We'll take an inhale. Perfect. And then with that exhale, let's go ahead and bring the knees back together. We're gonna plant the left foot to the mat, finding a figure 4. So right leg to the ceiling, think shin to thigh, and start by drawing that knee open. Pulling the legs into the chest, threading the hands around that left hamstring, big one for the glutes, piriformis region. You can maybe play with straightening this left leg, adding a couple circles, your choice. But while we're guiding the knees in, the legs in, think about pressing that right knee out. Every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fire. Perfect. Staying for another 2 to 3. Awesome. And then let's go ahead and lower the left and we'll switch to the right. So as you find that same position with the feet, taking left shin over top of the right thigh, drawing that knee open. And let's start by bringing the legs back in, interlacing the fingers around that hamstring. And then you might play with straightening that right leg, adding some circles, spread the toes, squeeze the toes, do whatever feels good here. And these bigger parts of the body, these tighter parts of the body, this is where we want to hold longer, stretch longer, to really reap the benefits. Nice job. And then as you start to bend that right leg, we're going to find our fish pose. So finishing strong with a gentle back bend, reaching the legs down the mat. To get into this pose, I like to prop my body upright first onto the forearms. So level 1, you can stay here with me. We begin to tilt the chin and take the head back to what feels comfortable. If it's there for you, maybe you take the crown of the head to the mat, scooch the hips in a little bit closer, and find that chest opener in your fish. Always an option to place a block underneath of the upper back, just behind the shoulder blades for support. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out, and then slowly use the arms to gently release your body once again to the back, and we will settle in. Closing our practice, yogis, let's find a position on the mat, bringing both hands to the belly, settling in, bowing within, and breathing. Feel the belly press against the palms, the fingers, offering yourself this last opportunity to show gratitude as we enter into the holiday season, finding peace, bringing peace, and remembering that you can be the peace and you can bring the peace to your entire life, to the relationships, to the friends and family. It all starts with your reactions and your actions. Everyone's having a good time. I hear those jingle bells, people singing out loud. Take your last inhale, and as you breathe, inhale, let the belly fill. Pause and let the air swirl. Exhale, release it out the nose in the same way. We're going to very carefully turn over to one side, letting the shoulders and the knees stack before propping yourself upright in a seated position. Finding a seat as we close our practice today. Let's take one breath in as you reach the arms high, pull the palms down to heart center. Your last breath in, and as we inhale peace, and as we exhale gratitude. Thank you all, and namaste. Great work, everybody. Please remember to bring friends on Friday. That is our boot camp class. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you next time. Wednesday, not Friday. Wednesday. I'll see you Wednesday.